Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a 2022 Tesla Model 3 long range, so let's get right into it. So this one here comes in Tesla's red, which I really like in person, and of course my favorite interior is going to be that white vegan leather. Still pretty hot when I get in the car, but anyways, this one has a dual motor setup with a 1-speed automatic transmission. And we have our signature Tesla LED taillights here. And there's our trunk space there. And a power lift gate, which I like. I had a 19 and I didn't get all this nice stuff on here. And of course here, charge port. And usually I like to use my phone to open this up, but if it reads it fast enough, you can just kind of come up to the car, open it up when you have the app installed. And then down here we have our 18-inch aluminum wheels with our aero caps there. Of course you can take that off, put a wheel cap on, they look pretty good. And coming around the front here, we have our LED headlamps on with our LED daytime running lights. And then our LED lights down here, which they're not on right now. But let's go ahead and pop that frunk. And there's your front space there. And of course you can hook up either a 240 or a 120 input there and charge your car using the port there. But next, let's go ahead and take a look from the driver's seat. So from the driver's seat, really adjustable seat you have here for the driver and front passenger. It's like 8-way with power lumbar, but pretty good headroom. Of course, that glass roof is very hot on my hand, but you can adjust the seat pretty far back, but when it's back, you really don't have any room in the back seat, which I'll show you here in a moment. But of course, with a minimalistic interior, all we really have blinkers here, toggle the windshield wipers here, and our shifter over here. So you hit the brake and then press down for drive, pull up for reverse, and then tap up for neutral from drive, and then you press that for park. But over here to the door panel here, we just have our one touch down windows, and then it's one touch up and down for the front driver and front passenger. And then we open the door here, and then the emergency, just pull up here. Storage down there, and a cup holder right here. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look from the front passenger seat. So please excuse the fan speed if you can hear that from the mic. It's just blazing hot out here. But we have, like I said, power front seats for the driver and front passenger. The front passenger does not have the power lumbar, but let's open up this glove box really quickly. And there's that there. And then I really like the trim. I have the white here and then the black dash there. But let's hop in and take a look at this radio. Close that door. So the screen here, let me go back. We have our nav screen here. We could just type in a home. We can set a home, set a work, and then type where we want to go, which it's very intuitive using that. I really like it. And then from here, we have all of our kind of settings. So we have the controls here. We could turn the lights on, set them to auto, and you can see when I hit on, it'll show up that they're on right here. I really like that. But then we can mess with our drive controls. We can have our acceleration set to chill or standard, and then our steering mode, we have 3 modes for that. Our stopping mode, I always like to use the hold for the regenerative braking. That kind of shows our battery life for charge and all of that. Autopilot. And we can set all those settings there. Set all of our locks, lights, the display. There's just so much that you can configure here. And it even shows your upgrades and all that and what you can get. Well, let's go ahead and check out these dual zone climate controls. So I like for 22 they added a heated steering wheel, either in this year or year before, I believe. Might have been 20. But you can go ahead and toggle your heated seats for the back, and you have that for the front as well. And then you can just toggle that there. 3-stage. And they have an auto mode as well that's nice. Of course, you can do fan speed there. And then you have your modes over here. So the dog's in the car, you can set that mode on. You can keep the fan speed going. If you're setting up a camp or whatever, or you're spending the night in the car, you can set that up. And then of course our energy, we can check out the consumption there based on prior usage. And then as we're driving, theater, we have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, etc. And then we have our arcade as well. We can play solitaire. And then of course beach buggy racing is my favorite. They have a bunch of new games on here too. And then we have our backup camera, curbside view camera. But down here we have wireless charging pads here, and I like how they did that as opposed to the cords that you had to use. You had to like get an aftermarket wireless charging pad in the 19 that I had, so I'm glad they finally fixed that. And then down here, plenty of storage space in the center console here, kind of where the normal shifter would be. And then you can just slide that open and close. 2 cup holders here. And then center console, cubby space there. And then whenever you start the car without having the app on, you're going to want to put your key, just place it right there. And then just take a quick look at this dual pane roof here. It's all glass, so no power there, but it's just a nice look and feel. Makes you feel like you're out in the open. But then here we have our visors here. And I always thought these were cheap, but I really like them because you can just pull this here, and then you have the really nice kind of vanity lights going on here. But before we go on the test drive, let's just go ahead and take a look at this rear seat room. So from the back seat here, actually not bad room. With it being such a small car, I'm actually kind of impressed because the seat in front of me is adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3", and it's pretty much back as far as it'll go. And then being back here, I have about ½ an inch of headroom, so not bad. And of course, with the seat in the way, I can't really fit my legs behind the seat, but I can fit my feet just barely underneath the seat. So like I said, it's impressive for what it is. And then our middle seat here folds down, cup holders there, pretty easy to open and shut. And then we have AC vents down here with 2 USB-C charging ports there. But with this being the minimalist interior, there's really not much more other than this here. I like that they fixed this. You used to just have to pull this down, but it's kind of a, I don't know what you'd call it, but it smoothly comes down and then you can hang your clothes there.